and hence the fast bowler is generally the one who picks it, the seam, how it feels, and the color. Is he pretending to count the thread and how many times it goes in and out? Who knows? But it comes down to how you feel. It's a gut feel.
It's all to do with how you feel in your palm. The ball. Nine without loss.
इस इंडिपेंडेंस डे जब हम तिरंगा लहराएंगे,
बड़ा मोमेंट ये भारतीय टीम के लिए, सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं इस मोमेंट को।
टीम इंडिया श्रीलंका में लड़ेगी वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियनशिप की रेस में बने रहने के लिए।
कमाल का खिलाड़ी, कमाल का बल्लेबाज।
याद रहे,
ओ यहाँ पे विकेट।
ये टफ है, ये टेस्ट है। इंडिया वर्सेस श्रीलंका 15 अगस्त से लाइव। वॉच ओनली ऑन सोनी लिव एंड सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क।
9 without loss. 4 overs bowled. Slow start for Sri Lanka. That's understandable.
Sunday morning, Roshan. Sunday morning. Friday, you showed up at 8:30. Today, you showed up at 9:45.
I never knew that you've been clocking my time. Oh, bounce. Did it hit the glove? Certainly hit the close to the splice from Siraj.
Yesterday was 9:15. I know you were not here because we had a peaceful breakfast. There was no one picking off mine.
Right, just look at the bounce. It certainly bounced than expected. That's that effort. That's the length you're talking about.
There'll be a couple of Indian batters also looking forward to that 45 overs after Jaiswal for one, dismissed second ball or a loose ball in the first innings. But that's why you play these type of games, to get the cobwebs out, and maybe even you could say the mockers off you, the monkey off your back, because those type of dismissals and situations are not going to arise all the time for quality players, but they do happen now and again. So all right, it's out of the way. Now let's get into it.
Siraj has been good. He has been excellent, particularly on day 3 with this short spell so far into his third over. Hasn't conceded a run. That's how good he's been. He's bowled good lines, good pace, good movement as well.
He's generally enjoyed himself against the Sri Lankans. With the white ball, he's got it to move around and played havoc with batting orders, different batting orders, especially here in Sri Lanka, which is, wasn't on the mark that very first delivery, but since then, marky mark it's been. Number of wickets and times Sri Lanka have been bowled out for 50, 60 in the recent past because of Siraj is incredible.
Oh yeah, those are forgettable for Sri Lanka white ball cricket. But back here, I think it's about the venom that is found, the extra effort. Obviously, they'll have a plan. They'll have a number of overs that he would look to bowl with a bit more energy. So he's just going through that spell. I think this is over number 3. Well, Moni Morkel is an experienced fast bowler in his day. Oh, now how about that? It's quite close. Given. Siraj strikes and he gets the first wicket. And that looked on the cards because of the way he's bowled. And Ravindu Rasanta, who looks so good in the first innings, takes that long walk back.
Yeah, up against Mohammad Siraj, who's found his line, who's found his length and a bit more intent. Working himself into it. We saw lots of outswingers being bowled, and this one just jags back. Not a big stride in. He's not a tall lad. And I reckon that's a fair decision from the umpire. If he had DRS, might have come back umpire's call. Rashant has gone for 8, 9 for 1, SLC 11.
आपने कहा है अपने प्रोमो में सोचना पड़ेगा और इस बता दीजिए सर क्या सोचना पड़ेगा
ऐसा सर मुझे देखने से आपको कोई फायदा नहीं
सर वो मुझे पता चल गया सर
इतना आसान नहीं होने वाला है
नहीं कोशिश करते हैं सर
क्योंकि सोचना पड़ता है ना भाई साहब
सोचना पड़ेगा सर वाकई सोचना पड़ेगा
10 अगस्त से रात 9 बजे सोनी लिव और सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन पर Co-presented by Google Gemini, PhonePe, Marcus Cheese Crackers, Bharat Petroleum and Maruti Suzuki. Co-powered by directors Special Lychee and Jaguar Lights. Special partner Polycab, Colgate, Govardhan and partners.
इंडियन गेम शो विद भारती एंड हार
जहाँ पे हम दोस्तों को फंसाएंगे और आपको हंसाएंगे।
गई भैंस पानी में
खबरदार अगर किसी ने चाय वाला बोला तो।
सारे बोलो
24 अगस्त से सोनी लिव और सोनी एंटरटेनमेंट टेलीविजन पर
Would make it big. Look at those numbers. Very impressive. That average, 54.
The last couple of years, they've been full of runs. They forced themselves in. There were a couple of players who made the Sri Lankan team. Pawan Ratnayaka, Sonal Dinusha and Pasintu Surya Bandara, Lahiru Udara, Kamil Mishara on the weight of runs, putting pressure on the established Sri Lankan batters, which is what you need. Now it's about taking your opportunities at the highest level. Glimpses of talent, earning that right. Now prove that you should be there and make it your own.
You reckon this is going to be a bluff because the backward square leg pushed back?
Definitely. 9 for 1.
तो देवेंद्र सरनो देखे केबीसी सालों से हजारों सपने पूरे करते हुए आया है वैसे ही फोन पे ने 100% 100% डिजिटल लोन्स के माध्यम से लाखों सपने पूरे किए कौन बनेगा करोड़पति के इस दौर में फोन पे अवसरों का द्वार खुलने वाला महाद्वार
जानने के लिए देखते रहिए कौन बनेगा करोड़पति
Electricity bill paid.
रियली
Your mobile recharge is done.
हाउ
Make all kinds of payments using the Bheem Payments app and get cashback of up to rupees 300 every month. Use Bheem app to pay.
इट्स द माही वे
Breeze, just one. Surya Bandaru just in.
Couple of big boots to fill when it comes to Sri Lanka's Test 11. Pathum Nisanka, Kusal Mendis. Kusal Mendis was the wicket keeper too. And then probably the spin department and the fast bowler. Which fast bowler or which two fast bowlers? Decisions to be made for the Sri Lankans.
Right. This is Siraj. The last over. Ravindu Rasanta, no stride at all. Just hitting the top of the flap. Possibly clipping the leg stump. Umpire Prageet Ramukwel agreed with that appeal. The ball curving back in. Both fast bowlers hitting the bat a bit harder than what we saw in the first innings. Madhushka, if you remember, were driving balls that were on the up in the first innings. But here, with a bit of extra pace, he's a little bit more watchful.
And that length not given. That rhythm not there. There's a bit of slight jag off the pitch. And they're not allowing him to settle into a particular rhythm. The length's being changed. They're using the short one.
Oh, finds the edge. Good bit of fielding. Anxious moments. That's not clever. That's not clever at all.
Good
That,
fielding, Roshan?
at second slip. Beyond that, not great. Loves the batter, the luxury of some extra runs. But good fielding, really good stop at second slip.
All 11 runs off Prashid. Oh, that's what you were talking about. But then Through the legs she goes.
See, if you look at Madhushka, anything wicket to wicket, he's quite comfortable. It's just outside the off stump. Fourth, fifth stump line is where he struggles a little bit. And every time the Indian bowlers have bowled that line, he's been a bit tentative, but anything in line with the stumps looks to work it through mid-on and mid-wicket.
And the fact that runs are not easy to come by also makes a batter a little anxious. Batting is about runs, and when runs are flowing, you're calmer. Your decision making and how you feel out in the middle is more reassuring. But when they're not free flowing, you search, and that's when mistakes can come by.
Yeah, those 3 runs will relax him a bit because he struggled a lot trying to find runs. Played and missed a few times, but that was out the middle of the bat. Every time in line with the stumps, it's very good. Works through the leg side. Goes through mid-on and mid-wicket. Pasindu Surya Bandara on strike.
44 overs, Roshan. That's what they'll bat. Aha, 2 overs for the changeover. Or change of innings.
Mid on.
14 for 1.
बाबा मला मार्ग दाखव बाळा बोल बाबा माझ्याकडे परदेशात जाण्यासाठी संधी आली
अरे वा वा उत्तम गोष्ट आहे
मी जाऊ ना परदेशात
जा तू परदेशात
पण बाबा परदेशी जाणार नाही मी परदेशात जातो आणि गावाच्या गावच दत्तक घेतो मस्त पैसा कमवतो बिल गेट्सने जसं केलं ना तसं करतो
तू बिल गेट्स बन नाही तर गेटवर उभा राहून बिल वाट
विनोदाचा दर्जा बुडबुड
ए!
महाराष्ट्राची हास्य जत्रा कॉमेडीचं 5G 10 ऑगस्ट पासून सोमवार ते शुक्रवार रात्री 9 वाजता सोनी मराठी आणि सोनी लिव्ह वर.
He's having a long hit, isn't it? The captain, Shubman Gill.
Yeah, first time out there. And why not? He's one of those who likes to go to sleep out in the crease. So and just ease into deliveries. Shubman Gill, the ICC Test Championship 25-27, 950 runs in 14 innings. When you compare the number of innings that Joe Root and Harry Brook, Ben Duckett have scored or played, incredible. 79 average, 500s in 14 innings.
Hey, Russell, now watching him bat, I mean, it's a proper test approach. But do you think that this kind of batting is fast, running out with the game changing, the tempo changing with T20 cricket?
It sure has. And that's why teams opt to go with specialists in different formats. There are very few players who have the ability to adjust to the pace of the 3 formats and be successful. And mindset, techniques. There are a lot of them playing all 3 formats, but who are successful in hitting those numbers consistently, intensity, very, very few.
Now, there is this debate all the time about the matches, teams and all that. Again, the skipper, yeah, he's having a pretty decent hit in the middle and executing some very good looking drives. But to the point I was coming, I mean, a debate is on about the different formats that get played and the importance particularly of having as much possible independent teams. Like you have a different red ball team and you have a completely different white ball team, T20, but exceptional circumstances do exist where, you know, you'll find players that can play the format you're talking about.
Yeah. That's where teams are trying to get to.
Yeah,
isn't
but
it?
do you think it will happen? soon, or is it still a process?
It is a process. India far ahead of other teams in terms of depth and variety that they have. But for Sri Lanka, the core players of the depth is not that great, and hence it's probably the same players who feature across all formats and adjusting in between in terms of mindset, as I said as well. It's a challenge. So Sri Lanka definitely has a little bit more work to do in trying to get to that situation. But India, you see, they're dominating in all three formats, the benchmark really, and you find different teams, and even in the same team, let's say the test team, they are able to make changes and still not compromise decisions or results.
Yeah. Now, India plays a lot of red ball cricket and a lot of white ball cricket. Now, if you take Sri Lanka, we don't play too many red ball cricket. Nice shot by Surya Bandara. So,
internationally or domestically?
No, I'm saying internationally. So, therefore, what you're talking about can be managed. But come the day when the number of test matches increases, that's where you really need to look at this.
Well, it's work in progress. Scheduling, getting the right balance amongst the formats. They're all challenges for the administrators. But all teams are trying to get to those situations. The lead 27 runs, not really something that you would focus on in a game like this, a situation like this. Fourth over from Siraj. He's picked up the only wicket to fall, but looking very, very impressive and in control of what he's doing.
At a leisurely pace, cricket being conducted, nobody in a real hurry, understanding the objective of the game. Siraj has had a good first spell into his fourth over, 1 for 7.